Peace and blessings to everybody out there. Welcome back to the Fake Woke Podcast. This is your boy Bobby VILN. I'm back with another video. Illinois becomes the first state to mandate Asian American history. Now, I don't necessarily oppose the mandate for Asian American history. Actually, it's should I say it's a step in the right direction? But it's clearly a result or a counter for the pandemic, or the plandemic, I should say, or the scamdemic. And also on top of that, the quote unquote Asian hate crimes that been going on since the scamdemic actually happened and took effect. And the reason why I'm saying that is because there never really been a true push to have Asian American history taught in schools. There's never really been a push. We all know that, when it comes to history in general, from my perspective, I personally feel like history should just be taught on a even slate, not coming from the conqueror's perspective. Now, let's break it down. Let's break it down for a quick second. Now, I do feel like it's a step in the right direction to have Asian American history taught in schools. That's fine. That's cool. But let's look at it. Let's look at the situation from this perspective. African American history, quote unquote, African American history, from my recollection, has been taught from the standpoint of slavery. I ain't hear about Mansa Musa until after high school. I ain't really hear about Booker T. Washington until after high school. I didn't hear about Marcus Garvey at all until after high school. I didn't hear about Malcolm X until after high school. You see where I'm going with this? I didn't hear about none of the empires of Africa until after high school. Now you see where I'm going with that? Now, if they start from where Asian Americans were used to build the railroad system, okay, I get it. All right, I'm gonna let you have that. But if they start from the Chinese or the Japanese empires or so forth or so on, the Asian American empire, the Asian empires, through history, if they take it all the way back to their contributions in general, from gunpowder to so forth and so on, then I personally feel slighted, because Black history, I hate to use the term black, but it has to be used for the Black community to grasp hold of what I'm saying. But when it comes to Black history and the fact that our history starts in America from slavery on to the civil rights on to now, then I have a problem with that. Because you're using, or you're portraying to the Black community that their history is rooted in victimization, in being misused, and so forth and so on, as opposed to Asian American history being taught from the empires that they held and so forth and so on. That's my discrepancy with the whole Asian American history being taught in school. If you're going to start from a historical, if you're going to start from a standpoint where they actually held empires, then you need to do the exact same thing with quote unquote black history. That's how I feel. I'm not talking about critical race theory because I know that's a hot topic, and there's a video rolling around where this black dude is bashing critical race theory to make it seem like slavery wasn't predicated around race, which it was. Even though me personally, I don't want critical race theory really taught in schools. I'd rather have it taught from home, but the parents are too lazy. This is coming strictly off of fairness. Where this video is coming off of is strictly off of fairness. And the reason why it's coming off fairness is, if you're going to teach that we were nothing but slaves and then our history starts from slavery to civil rights, then you should start Asian American history from them building the railroads to the concentration camps, or quote unquote concentration camps that were held in America, till now, to them milking the system for them to gain economic power and so forth and so on. Now, if we're being quote unquote conspiracy theorists, all of this is stemming from the stronghold that China has on the U.S. and the land that China has within the U.S. and how China is quote unquote trying to enforce communism from where they're at. If you understand what I'm saying, China is becoming an economic power. They already solidified their standpoint when it comes to economic power. They're outsourcing literally damn near everything. Literally everything when it comes to tech, when it comes to footwear, when it comes to medical supplies, because they recently just pretty much monopolized that when it came to the scamdemic. If you do hold an ordinary job and you're required to wear a face mask while you're on the premises of that job, look on the box of those face masks. Those shits come from China. Same thing with the face shields, blah, blah, so forth and so on. They monopolized that shit when the scamdemic started. China has full on became an economic power. They also soft colonized Africa. I even posted that on my page long ago. I think I deleted it. Now, I personally feel like this whole Asian American thing do stem from the fact that China has a stronghold on America, because again, we do majority of our business in China. We outsource a lot of shit from China. If you look at a lot of our products come from China. So, and then on top of that, when it comes to Asian immigrants, a lot of them do stem from China. They come over here, they have their children, so their children can have dual citizenship in China and out here. I'm trying to see how much time I have. For the most part, I feel like this whole Asian American history thing do stem from that, but that's a whole conspiracy theory and a whole other video in itself. And yes, I'm gonna reiterate what I said earlier. China do own a lot of land over here. They own a lot of shit over here. And it's a lot of Chinese businessmen that constantly make trips from over here. I mean, from China to over here. So with that being said, I do feel like this whole Asian American history thing do stem from that. I feel like it's prepping for the quote unquote takeover of Chinese immigrants. That's just my personal opinion. If you feel like you can combat that, go ahead and do it in the comments, or we can have a live stream. It doesn't really matter. I'm all about the content. But besides that, thank you for tapping into the Facebook podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, and you share my videos, please, and thank you. Besides that, thank you for tapping in.